I think that the US has been such an interesting place to practice with cannabis because we have each state sort of standing up their own individual policies underneath the larger federal regulations. So everyone kind of gets to watch a bunch of 50 petri dishes of different policies that either work or they don't work. And then as different states come on board with cannabis policies, they can try something else or take what they thought worked from another state. Similarly, as just countries around the world decide what they want to do with cannabis, it's interesting for everyone to have a lot of practices that they can try on, if that makes sense, things that they have liked or didn't like, and decide what they want to do from there. So from my perspective, I am living in Colorado in the US. And so Colorado has had one of the first states to allow recreational cannabis as well as medical cannabis. California had medical cannabis for a long time, but people really think about Colorado as the state who made it widely available to their population pretty early on. So as a veterinary practitioner in cannabis, it meant that our pet parents, they got a lot of information about cannabis really quickly. As cannabis was legalized for humans, all that marketing just got thrown on to our pet parents. And just like I spoke about Maddie for myself earlier, I think it's just part of loving an animal that if you take a modality or you have something done for yourself medically that is positive and you see good benefit from that, whether it be a surgery or a medication or an exercise, we automatically want to see if we can use this for our own animal. So in Colorado, we definitely saw a landscape that was rife with pet parents just trying cannabis for their animals on their own, without a lot of safety, without a lot of regulation, without a lot of knowledge. And so practicing veterinary medicine in Colorado when the cannabis policies changed was like running in front of an avalanche, because there was so much that was changing so fast. It was really tough to keep in front of it in such a way that we were able to talk about safety to our pet parents. And then as veterinary practitioners started to ask questions, began to give some of that more scientific information. So probably in answer to your question, I would say like running in front of an avalanche is what practicing with cannabis is like in the area that I'm in. It's definitely much quieter now. I think that so many more states are on board. There are so many great organizations that are beginning to do some of those policy changes and regulation changes. It's not quite as overwhelming as it was before, but it continues to be equally as fun.